All right. Joining me to kick this around, my great friend, former Reagan economic advisor, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, Art Laffer. Arthur, good evening. Thank you for coming on.
Good.
I'm glad you're safe and sound.
Larry. Your presentation was brilliant. I loved it. I couldn't help but smile. What are these people doing, Larry?
Right.
I mean, now you stop the Keystone Pipeline, you make sure we can't produce anymore, and then you run it out of there, and then you beg of the Middle East to increase production. It doesn't compute at all. What are they doing?
But Art, he got it right when he said the problem here is not enough supply. There's not enough production. He got that completely right, did he not?
Yes, he did.
But trouble is, I don't think anyone has told him that America has all this oil. We were, oil independent. We were the swing producers. Does he not know this?
Well, but the thing that's a problem here is he doesn't understand that we need an increased supply over time to bring those prices down. Oil is commutable over time, Larry, and selling it out of the strategic reserves for 50 million barrels or whatever the number is, that's 4.5 days worth of oil, and then it's over. Then the price goes bang up again. He doesn't understand the long term. You've got to increase the flow supply for long term to bring those prices down permanently. And the Keystone Pipeline is a classic case.
Yeah, but he hates profits, Art. It's excess profits from price gouging. We've heard this argument ever since the oil explosion in the 70s. The left always makes this argument, don't they?
Jimmy Carter. It's just Jimmy Carter all over again. It's amazing.
So Reagan deregulated oil. Trump deregulated oil. Let 1,000 flowers bloom. This is the part I just do not understand. And by the way, Art, I think this is the stuff that really hurts Biden. Like, he gives you this song and dance, and he blames oil companies, and Elizabeth Warren blames turkeys, and people see right through this. I mean, they see right through it.
Of course they do.
It's killing them in the polls.
Of course they do it. And turkeys, can you believe it? She's the biggest turkey of them all. I shouldn't say that. I didn't mean that, but she was there. I mean, but Jimmy Carter put on an excess profits tax, wellhead price controls, all that stuff. Remember those gas lines? Those gas lines? This is Jimmy Carter all over again. Those gas lines. Do you remember Herb Stein's line on that, Larry? The gas lines, the limit of the gas lines he could prove mathematically could never exceed the length it took to drive through with one full tank of gas. It's just amazing. I mean, here we go. It's all over again. And boy, did it bag Carter. It really ruined Carter. And it's going to just kill Biden, too. This is just the silliest thing I've ever seen.
How can, again, I'm into this sort of basic supply and demand curve thing. It's microeconomics. It's just basic price theory.
Yes.
Okay, so look. Explain to us, if profits are excessive, how can businesses build? How can businesses grow? How will business have enough money, a.k.a. profits, to hire new workers or pay higher wages or buy better equipment and technology? I just don't understand. When the left comes at us and starts trashing profits, it's just the same old garbage. We've heard it a million times.
It's really horrible. And, all it does is high profits attract competitors to come in to bring those profits down and to increase the supply of the product to make the markets function at a correct level of profits to return the shareholders wealth to it. But that's the way it's supposed to be. And when profits are too low, it's time to get out of the business, not to come back in. And when profits are high, it's a signal to come back into the business, not have Elizabeth Warren with a magnifying glass looking for the profiteer. That's not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to rectify the problem through economics. And that's exactly what you said in your opening statement. I loved it. I just want to see it permanent, not just one sale out of the reserves.
Yeah.
If you made it so we brought the supply back online, what was it? You said it's 11 million barrels a day now, and it was 15 at the end of Trump,
13.
Something like that?
Yeah, 13. We're 2 million barrels per day short, and they won't drill.
Yeah,
and the Energy Secretary, Granholm, is saying, well, we gave him this, we gave him that. People, I don't care what you give them, you're taxing them to death and regulating them to death and coming after their profits. So why should they produce, Art, right? They know they're going to get clobbered by the government.
They shouldn't. And they know it. And in California especially, it's bad, Larry. I mean, I did some work on that with one of the oil companies there that had all the pipelines underground, and they were worthless because they taxed them so much and regulated them so much that they never would replace them.
All right, Art, this is, this discussion of oil supply and demand is way too much fun. I want to go to something even worse. I want you to tell us what you think. There's a new Federal Reserve ticket. It's Jay Powell and Lael Brainerd. They're the new sheriffs in town. And we do seem to have this inflation problem. And, I haven't talked to you since the announcements yesterday. What do you think about Jay Powell and Lael Brainerd and President Joe Biden, who appointed them?
Yeah, well, it's now Biden's Fed chairman. I was for sure thinking that he was going to let Powell exit stage left and then get Lael Brainerd or someone else as the chairman because he could hang the inflation problem on Powell. But now that he's reappointed Powell, Larry, it's now Biden's Fed chairman, and now Biden is responsible for all of this inflation. So he has not done anything to benefit himself politically, I don't think. I think all he was trying to do was appease Sinema and Manchin. And if they're appeased by something like that, they're easier to swing a vote than I thought they would be.
Well, one question is it a woke climate change diversity Federal Reserve, or is it going to be a stop inflation Federal Reserve?
I have no idea. The woke one, I don't understand. I don't understand how they can do woke Federal Reserve policy. I don't know what that means. And I don't know really which woke it is. Climate change woke? Is it racial woke? Is it income disparity woke? Which woke is it?
It's all.
But how does the Fed do something to help wokeness? I don't get it.
I mean, they
should be fighting inflation. They should always be fighting inflation.
There you go. I mean, I think you would give Larry Summers a kudo. He wrote a column saying that these guys and girls, they're worried about climate change and woke social policies, not fighting inflation. I mean, Summers laid that out. Sometimes he gets it right, sometimes he doesn't. You always get it right. What do you think? Last word.
I think he's dead on. I think he's dead on. I think Larry Summers' stimulus is way too much. In fact, I think it should be less than zero. I think we should retract the $1.2 trillion just passed. But Larry Summers got it just right on this one. Exactly right, and I laud him for it. I mean, clear thinking.
Time to end QE? Just end it.
What?
Time to end QE, quantitative easing. Just end it.
Oh, it's totally time to end QE. Yes, I thought you were talking about man QE.
No.
No, it is totally time to end QE. It's totally time to end it. And it's time to get back. They can hold interest rates at zero for a long time, but it'll just destroy the long-term growth of the U.S. economy. They've done enough damage already. It's time to bring back markets.
All right. Well said. Art Laffer.